Hello friends. Oh god, my voice is like proper going. It is day 3 of COVID. And I've gotten to the point where I can no longer not take care of my plants because I was away this weekend. So it's like literally been a week since I've done anything with my plants, and because of all my issues with fungus gnats in my cabinet, I've been like letting those plants dry out, and like they properly need water at this point. So I'm gonna do it. I have to take care of my plants today. I really do. Oh my god, my voice sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I don't talk that much during this video, and hopefully it can be like a bit of a relaxing plant chores, like grab a cup of tea or do plant chores with me kind of video where you just relax and get to enjoy watching me do my like planty chores. Does that sound good? It's pretty much all I can do right now because as you could tell, I can't talk for an hour to like film something. Cool. So let's get started with some planty chores. Oh yeah, if you don't know me already, my name is Emma and I make house planty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my planty journey and learn something along the way, subscribe to my channel and watch some more of my videos. Cool. Now let's do some planty stuff. Cool, let's do it. So as you can see, it is pretty dry in here. Like all of my moss poles are proper dry. I've like let them dry out almost completely because of the fungus gnats, because I'm pretty sure they're also living in the poles, which is awful. So I'm going to give them a good spray down and then probably go in with some mosquito bit stuff. Oh my god, this audio is going to be awful. I'm sorry, but ew. So I'm going to take all these plants out and bring the moss pole ones to the bathroom to get them started. Look at that new leaf. That's so exciting. Oh. Cool, so I'm gonna wet these because the mosquito bit solution won't really stick to them if they're not wet already, purely because dry moss just doesn't hold water, so I have to get them nice and wet and then go in with the mosquito bit solution, and I don't want to like waste the mosquito bit solution on like doing all of these poles and getting them nice and soaked. So I'm gonna water first, then mosquito bit solution. Okay, now that the poles are sufficiently moist, I'm gonna spray with my mosquito bit liquid. Hopefully get them nice and saturated with that. Oh, and I'm taking the cap off this because I don't want any like weird mosquito bit chunks to get in there. Now I'm just watering the rest of the plants in the cabinet and I'm gonna close the doors. Don't know why, but my brain thinks that's a good idea. I just got so sweaty doing that. Just being in my bathroom, it just traps the heat, so fun. Everything in the cabinet has been mosquito bitted. I think I had about 6 liters of the mosquito bit water, and I had it in my pumpy thing, and after a while I couldn't, like, all the bits were clogging the pump, so I had to switch to the watering can, which is fine. And I don't think you're supposed to put 6 liters of water in those pumps. I think you're supposed to put 5 max, so but hopefully that will help. Hopefully I was able to get enough water on the like soil plants in the cabinet. I definitely think I've done enough for the ones in the bathroom, the moss pole plants, and like that does make up like a surprising majority of soil plants in the cabinet, so yeah. But now I'm feeling kind of exhausted, so I might need to sit down for a little while and have a bit of a relax. I have a few more chores to do, but I think I'm gonna try and spread them out over the week because COVID, you know? I can't believe I'm filming a freaking video. Oh, why am I like this? It's okay, it's worth it. My plants need the care at this point, so I'm gonna give them the care that they need. Literally already caught one. Like, it's been 2 seconds since I put these up and I've already freaking caught one. Heck yes. Let the slaughter commence. The fungus gnat slaughter of 2022. I need them gone. I swear to God, I've changed my outfit like 3 or 4 times today because I keep getting like too hot and then really cold. I know it's being ill, but like it's really annoying because I don't want to like keep putting on and taking off clothing. So yeah, I'm changing a lot today, but just put everything back into the cabinet, looking good. Put up some fresh fungus gnat traps so we can monitor that more, like post mosquito bits. I'm probably gonna have to repeat that probably once a week for a while, unfortunately, but it's okay, I can manage that. I can handle it. But yeah, I think that's what I can do for now. I have a couple other things that I want to do, but I think I'm gonna do them tomorrow just because I'm feeling like sweaty again all of a sudden. Good times being sick with me. Nothing like major needs to happen right now, which is good. Like it's all pretty manageable. There's just like a few bits and bobs that I kind of want to repot, which I think I'll do tomorrow. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop this for now because my energy level is tanking again. Good morning, friends. Well, actually, I think it's afternoon. Good afternoon, friends. It is Thursday, day 4 of COVID for me. Yay. I've still not been able to do loads, purely because I'm exhausted, but I'm feeling a little bit better today. Again, I'm a little bit dosed up on the cold and flu. Good. But I've got a couple of things that I wanted to do today, but this just arrived. I ordered some more plant pots because I realized that I am very out of plant pots at the minute. Like decorative pots, not like the nursery pots. I've got plenty of those. So I put an order in one of my favorite shops, as you all know. Good old House of Kojo, just because I really like them, and I'm an ambassador with them. So if you didn't know that already, check out House of Kojo. I'll put my link in the description below. If you use my link and my code GoodGrowing, you get 10% off your order, and I get a little bit of commission at no extra cost to you. So yeah, shameless plug, but I bought pots. So first off, I bought another 2 of the mini 7cm pots. Freaking love these things. I got this, I think it's a 14cm pot, but they match. And then I got another self-watering insert. I freaking love these things. They're like my favorite self-watering pots, just because they're so easy to use. They're basically like the Lechuza ones, but cheaper. And like I like the little indicator. It's like a cute little leaf, which is adorable. So I just think these are perfect for putting some like decent sized plants in pond. I think this is a 17cm. So yeah, I just got a few pots. Nothing that special. I thought that would be not like a bigger order, because I knew it wasn't a big order, but I think I ordered it on Monday when I was a little bit delusional. But yeah, so I got some fun pots, which like I find immensely useful because I never have enough pots, and I feel like I'm really struggling to make sure that everything has something lately. And because I like to water my plants in situ, I find it really hard when I don't have cash pots for them, because then I have to bring them somewhere else to soak and drain, rather than just leaving them in situ, which is what I prefer. So yeah, that is why I prefer cash pots, but everyone lives life differently and waters their plants differently, so you can do it as you like, but I like to do it my way. From here, probably the thing that's going to take the most time is that I want to water my moss poles. So I know I just watered some moss poles yesterday. I did the ones that are in the cabinet with mosquito bits, just to sort out my fungus gnat issue. But today I want to do the ones that live outside of the cabinet, because I need to fertilize them. I didn't fertilize them last weekend because I had let them dry out too much, and when you let the moss in the poles dry, I said this yesterday, like it becomes hydrophobic and so it won't absorb anything, and so I don't want to waste fertilizer by trying to rehydrate them with that, and then once they're saturated, they like can't take anymore and it just like drips through. So it doesn't make sense to like do it from super duper dehydrated. But before I left last week to go away, I wet all of them, so they're all like not quite at the super dry stage, they're like slightly damp, which is the perfect level for fertilizing. So I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna bring them into the bathroom and show you how I fertilize my poles, because it's pretty easy. So they feel pretty dry, but they're not like all the way dry. So I am gonna douse them with a little bit of water just to like get them started. And then I'm gonna go in with my fertilizer water. So now I'm just using some empty Coca-Cola bottles that I've just punched holes in the top, and I fill them with water all the way. And then using some liquid gold leaf fertilizer at the recommended amount, which is 2 ml per liter, and this is 500 ml. So I'm going to use 1 ml of liquid gold leaf. And I just put the cap with holes on, and I like to give it a little bit of a shake, covering the holes. And then in my moss poles, I have a little bit of a gap at the top where I like to stick in the head of the bottle, and then it's just slowly gonna drink the liquid. So this is what the poles look like when they're super saturated. Like, you can hear the moisture in there, and they're like not crunchy anymore. They're all doing pretty well. I'm just gonna let them sit in here for a little while and drain out, because they've got lots of excess water in them at the minute, and I want it to just like let gravity do its work and go through the pot and like let their soil drain if they're in soil, which some of them are. Most of them, all but the white princess in here, are in soil. So I'm just gonna let them sit for a little while and soak up the liquid, soak up the fertilizer, chill out, and I will do something else, or not. I feel like I'm on a one task a day sort of capabilities right now, so who knows. If I do something later, I will bring you along with me, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't have high hopes right now. So classic Emma. I've left these plants in the shower all night. I probably did it because I was sick yesterday, but literally I do this all the time. And then Joe's like, I want to have a shower. But in this case, I want to have a shower, and I need to take these out of the bathtub. That's okay, just some early morning work before I can start my day. You know how it goes. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm still in my pajamas, so I'm not gonna film it. But I'll get back to you after I shower. So another thing I want to do is on my big Monstera. So for ages now, since I got it at the plant swap, it's been doing really well. Like, it's got tons of roots, which is amazing, but it's not done anything in the way of sprouting. So because I want to get some new growth, I might actually try and cakey paste on that growth point there, because I'm pretty sure it's a growth point. So let me zoom you in a little bit more. Also, if you don't know what cakey paste is, you should look at my other cakey paste videos. I have 2, and there's varying results with them. But since this one's doing absolutely nothing, I figured cakey paste is probably the right answer. So I'm just gonna get a bit on the Q-tip and thoroughly cover this area. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like really intensely cover it, so really intensely covered it is. But yeah, I'll keep y'all updated with how that helps. Hopefully it will, because it did kind of help my last Monstera, or my Thai constellation, so hopefully it'll help with this one too, seeing as like I don't see when this one will possibly sprout otherwise. So yeah, hopefully it'll help. Also, I'm pretty sure this has a 12-month life, so if it doesn't work because it's been over 12 months since I got it, that's also a possibility. But you know, who knows? I feel like they have to put these kind of things on there for safety purposes. I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll do something. Who knows? Okie dokie. Good morning, friends. I'm gonna do this bit a bit headless because one, my hair is wet, and 2, you just don't need to see my face this morning. I don't think it's necessary. I'm still not feeling 100%, but that's okay. So I need to do some repotting today. I've just kind of been procrastinating it for a while now, and it just needs to, happen. So I'm gonna do some repotting. And where do I start? I think I'm gonna start with this. This is my original, the OG Alocasia Polly. Doing so well. Brought her back from the brink of death, and she's doing pretty okay. She just actually popped out this leaf, which is awesome, but she's also flowering, and so, you know what? We don't need alocasia flowers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that off, because we don't need that, and like they're not that pretty, and like kind of no point unless you're trying to like pollinate them, which nah. So yeah, anyways, now that that's done, I need to repot it. I have not repot this one, I think, since I kind of was checking for root rot ages ago, so I wanna check to see if it's okay. Probably give it some new soil as well, because it's not had new soil in ages. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. I was really scared that this one had like no roots at all, but it has some, so that's not the, it's not the worst thing. And this one's got loads, so it's all good. In theory, I should probably do this with alocasia soil, but I've not got any at the minute, so I'm just gonna give it Monstera and philodendron soil from Soil Ninja. I think it just needs a bit of a refresh, because this soil hasn't been changed in like literally years. And so I'm hoping if I can give it soil with better nutrients, it will thrive. Oh my god, I'm also literally sweating. That's another reason you don't need to see my face, because it is hot today. It's like barely 9 in the morning, and at least in my cabinet it's 23 degrees. It's just really, really warm. And I don't know if it's because I'm sick or what, but I just feel like really, really sweaty. So you don't need to watch that. There we go. That was so easy. Hopefully it likes this little bit of refresh. I know I would. I'm just gonna pop it back in its basket, and I'll give it a water when I put it back in its spot by the kitchen window. But it doesn't need one now, really. Oh, got all this soil. I wanna get rid of it, so I'm gonna dump this out really quick and be right back. This is what always happens. I make such a mess. But that's why we have potting mats. So next up, I want to repot this Hoya Curtsii. It's the one I got in the House of Kojo haul. To be honest, I was like very surprised by the size of it based off of the picture, and yeah, it just wasn't my favorite of the haul, but I did tell that to House of Kojo, and like they were super duper sweet and were like, oh yeah, we totally see how it's not living up to like the photo expectations, like don't worry, here's a refund for that plant. So that was really, really sweet of them, and that's how I got those pots yesterday, with the like refund money from that. But I really feel like I need to repot it because something's not right. It just like keeps dropping leaves, and I don't think it's just dry. So I'm gonna repot this bad boy. So that's really interesting. It's basically just like on a bit of wood. Oh, there's like a word, but I don't remember what it is. But basically, Hoyas, they climb trees, and that's how they grow. And so this is literally just on bark, which is, I think, normal. But I've like not seen it that much in Hoyas from like shops. Normally they're potted in soil. But I think I'm just going to put soil around the bark. So I have this pot here, and it actually is one of the ones that came with the like hanging hangers, and so I'm gonna put soil around it and pop that in there, and hopefully that'll give it a bit more nutrients, because I feel like it's not getting nutrients from like the pure bark. The soil I'm using for this, I'm using anthurium soil. This is from Soil Ninja, but I've just taken the label off because I've used it so much. But I'm going to use this with some extra orchid bark, and this is like what Soil Ninja recommends. So they actually have like a spreadsheet of like lots of different plants. I think they call it the plant index, but I'll link it down below. But basically they have specific blends for specific plants, and Hoya's is not one of them. And so the closest soil for what they would recommend for Hoya is the anthurium blend, because it's quite chunky and barky. And then they say if you want it extra chunky, add some more bark. So I've just added a little bit of extra bark to the bottom of mine. And I'm just gonna pour the soil around it. So that looks okay. I really hope this Hoya fills out a little bit more. I think I need to give it a good watering as well, because it looks quite dry, but hopefully I can rescue it. So that will go back to hanging in my window. I'll put it on this thing. Nice hanging pot. Beautiful. Right. Next, one of my bigger projects for today is I'm going to join together these two Manjula pothoses. This was the one I got from House of Kojo, and this was the one I have already. And I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to put them on this like chunky moss pole from Grow Vertical. I love these poles. I'm very, very excited to put this on this. And yeah, hopefully I can get it to grow these like gorgeous huge leaves some more, because like look, they're so pretty. But yeah, I thought a chunky one would be good because both of these plants have quite a few, not quite a few, but they've got several stems, and I feel like it needs the space a little bit more. So I'm just going to fill this with some moss. How far down do I go? Okay, so I'm gonna go to that. So I'm probably not gonna fill it all the way, actually, just because I don't have that much moss, but there will be fine. Oh, I should also poke holes in the pot and tie it off. One thing I really like to do with my moss poles, this video is like almost entirely about moss poles, isn't it? But I like to attach them to the pots, because then I can kind of lift the whole thing using the moss pole, which is super convenient for me. So I just poke little holes in the side of the nursery pot, and I'll zip tie those two together so they like are literally one, which is very convenient and makes it easier to do anything. But first I need to fill it with some substrate. This is all the moss I have left, not loads, so I'm gonna fill it as best as I can, which might not be tons. Okay, I think that's all I can fill it right now. I need to save some moss for if I need to do some emergency moss procedures. But I think that should be fine for now. I'll order more moss and like fill it up soon. Again, I'm going to use Monstera and philodendron soil just because it's the easiest for me, and epigremnums aren't too picky. I am going to add some extra bark though. So I got this plant as like cuttings ages ago, I think. Or some of it from cuttings, some of it from a plant shop, but I'm pretty sure I've never repotted it. It's a classic theme for me, especially with my epigremnums. I really don't repot them. It's just like, they're fine. They don't they don't need that. I mean, they probably do. I'm a lazy plant parent, alright? Like, it's fine. That one. Very healthy roots in there. Bit dry, but that's okay. And then, oh, beautiful roots. Oh my goodness. Look at those. Those are gorgeous. I'm pretty sure this soil is like entirely cocoa coir. Not ideal in my opinion, but that's what most plants come in, so it's fine. I might plant it laying down because that would be slightly easier for me. Sorry, my filming time ran out there. Not sure where I left off, but it is quite crowded in here, which I think is good, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's write her. Okay, yeah, that's good, that's good. I've got several small ones that are just gonna live at the bottom front. God, this is a very full plant. I probably could have upped the pot size even bigger, but too late now, baby. Actually, really chuffed with that. I think it looks really nice. And there's plenty of moss on that pole for now. But hopefully this likes the pole life. It's not been hanging, as it's not really quite a hanging plant yet. It's a bit too small, but it's not been climbing thus far, so hopefully it likes that. But I think it looks really good. Just feeling very tired now, of course. So I think the last thing I'm gonna do is sort out my Sis's discolor, because it is not the happiest camper and I'm not positive why. I've honestly just had it in moss propping since I got it. Ooh, it's very wet. Okay. But yeah, I just had it in moss and perlite, I suppose. But I put it on a stake because I thought it would like it, and it has, but it's just gone a bit downhill. And these are very sensitive plants, so I'm gonna see if putting it in soil, question mark, helps. So it's not got the biggest of root systems, but hopefully it'll be okay. Will that size be okay? I think for now, because the roots aren't huge and I don't want to give them too much space to grow, I'm going to put them in this small pot. There we go. Hopefully it will like that. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to end the repot for now. Just because I can't do anymore right now. I'm a bit tired and I've made an absolute mess, and I know I have to clean up the mess, so I'm going to tidy it up. I think I also might end the video here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a faceless ending for you all. I can talk with my hands. Yeah, this was a bit of an odd video. I don't know, I just like, there's stuff I needed to do, and even though I was sick, I don't like not filming and like not putting out content, which I know is like bad behavior, but I've only just become full-time, so it's like I can't already take a sick day. I mean, I can, but like, anyways, I didn't get that much done. I probably did a day's worth of work in 3 days, which is pretty mental. But yeah, that is me doing plant chores while ill. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, hopefully with slightly better content.